If you keep surfing the way you do, you're going to go a long way.
Big 8.5 for Keely in the last one, knocking out Nikki Van Dyke. Last heat of round 2 features a longtime legend of the tour, Silvana Lima. You get called a legend when you make an impact, and surfing changes forever. And Silvana, one of those athletes, as she now takes on Bronte Macaulay, who's just really getting her career started. A couple of laps around the world, getting adjusted to the top 17, and from the famous Macaulay surfing family. Game plan, just sit, wait for 2 waves. If it wasn't happening, you can kind of be like, well, all right, I'll deal with round 4. Now you'll see that urgency, knowing that one spot will be knocked out of the draw. Silvana up. A little bit of a warble on the open face. Late hit in the closeout. She's down. But definitely, watching Silvana's career, we've realized she's never afraid of a wipeout. She's not afraid of breaking her equipment.
There's a few hiccups is where she comes out the blocks and just puts 110% into everything. Prime example here where she just hooks right into it, kind of gets caught behind the section a little bit, and then goes for almost the impossible, like an upside down under the lip snap. I mean, you know, none of the men would have tried that, but Silvana has the guts to go for that, and you know, that kind of puts her a little bit behind the 8 ball. Now she feels the sense of urgency to maybe catch up.
Now she's turned that air game into such a secret weapon, doing that reverse out here at Snapper on her first comeback to the tour, and getting the perfect 10. Up and out for Silvana, just staying active underneath Bronte Macaulay. Silvana Lima representing Brazil in the top 17. We've talked about the lack of events in Brazil for qualifiers, so we've seen Silvana leading the charge on the women's side.
The winning feeling from last year, taking out the Swatch Women's Pro at lowers. Here we go. Good solid wave coming through, Joe.
Well, Silvana doesn't have priority here. She's deep, though, so it's going to go to Bronte Macaulay. This is what she was waiting for. Big open wall. Throws it vertically. It's going to hang her up for a bit there. So after a long wait, it looks like she locked into a gem of a wave. One turn, and Bronte's not going to like how that one felt.
It's just impossible.
Let's clear the lineup for Potts. You deserve it, my friend. 15 on the clock here. Watching this. Silvana Lima with a lot of speed. She loves to pull in to get the vision. Just a quick one there, but she can't help herself. We always see her do that at Honolulu Bay. She wants to get barreled every time she stands up. Little carve, and she'll get out. Not much on offer point-wise. But Lima's just got that exciting energy when she stands up on a wave. It makes it fun to watch.
Absolutely, because you don't know what she's going to do. And that's the beauty of Silvana Lima. They take off on a wave and you're kind of anticipating. You're trying to read what into their mind, what they do, and they do something completely different, like Toledo. Silvana Lima, look at this beautiful wave there. Didn't quite disappear, but perfect positioning for her. And then that beautiful swooping wraparound. This wave really didn't offer too much more, but it's going to give Silvana that confidence that she's looking for. A 2.5 on the first wave. Beautiful shot from the water angle right there. And then just that nice swooping maneuver, keeping that rail in the water. Silvana's probably one of the more powerful surfers on tour as well. And power for me comes with timing.
Welcome back to the Roxy Pro. We go right into action with Bronte Macaulay stepping over the falls. 12 minutes to go in round 2, heat number 6, as she tries to get a spot into round 3 with Silvana Lima. We want to let you know now's the time to get your tickets to the World Surf League Founders Cup. Pre-sale tickets available now. Will we see in round 2, maybe as early as tomorrow. Pat's actually, I think, a few seconds older than Dane. But Dane's the biggest. Likes big waves, likes big cars. Bronte Macaulay going down the line on this right. Crazy Kira final over Joel Parkinson a few years back. As we watch Bronte's last attempt to get the lead here.
Yeah, nice turn from Bronte. Another one. I mean, I love Bronte Macaulay's backhand bottom turn into that vertical snap. You know, once she finds that groove and that rhythm, she can be very, very deadly. She's taken some names here at Snapper before. And she just needs to find the right wave. She needs that more vertical face, the wave that stands up a bit more, that allows her to get that nice deep bottom turn.
Back in this heat, Silvana still has a 2.5, so this whole heat's wide open. Little carve onto the inside, and she's out. 10 minutes on the clock. Both these surfers want a piece of round 3, which will be kicking off right after this.
Compress and then really unleash. Silvana Lima, though, on this wave here has kind of created a little bit of a gap, and that's why that confidence is starting to beam right now. You can tell. Nice little board under her feet. She's still pushing very hard, and you can tell by there's still a couple of mistakes creeping into Silvana's surfing.
Bronte Macaulay, also one of those surfers that had a few wild card call-ups before she qualified officially because of Lakey Peterson's injury. Nice attack there for Macaulay. Second turn, right in the pocket, smaller wave, but better flow for Macaulay, and she's out of there.
I like it. You know, it's going to better that 2.33. It's going to chip away at the lead. You could see there was more conviction in that maneuver. There was more confidence. There was more, speed involved in those turns, and that's what Bronte's got to find. She's got to find those little nuggets, those ones that allow her to pick up a bit more speed.
We've packed in a lot first thing in the morning. Packing in turns into small space is what Bronte does best here, Potts.
Nice turn there to kick it off and then straight into the next one. So Bronte Macaulay is starting to find some groove. She's still got a lot of work to do though. 6 minutes and 45 remaining. Got to go back to that event at Chopu where Gabriel Medina beat Kelly in the final. I mean, that's I've been there a bunch of times. That's as good as I've ever seen it.
Watching Bronte Macaulay now past the 5-minute warning. Throw it vertically. Another solid backhand snap on a 2-foot wave. Still digging in on the open face. A lot of energy and feeling to perform under pressure. A 6.51 gets her the lead off Silvana Lima.
That was better. See, the more speed she carries, the freer the board looks, the more dynamic the maneuvers are. So I think the whole key for Bronte is finding that speed. Bronte's starting to find a little bit of rhythm here. Let's have a look. You can see that first turn, she stayed nice and high on the wave and then bang through the lip. Again, this board's starting to loosen up. You can tell right there, freer on that turn, and again, back into the power source. So Bronte Macaulay starting to feel it, starting to have a little bit of a comeback feeling right here. Still looking for a 6.51, but that was definitely better.
It's interesting to watch surfers who have a great game plan, but when it doesn't work on the first strike, example of that, Malia this morning, she adapted well. Back to this one, though. 2 minutes to go, and Silvana's found a fun-looking wall to work with. Nice searing carve on the open face. Snap off the roof into a grab rail float. 3 different moves down the stretch. Forehand jam off the lip, more of a wrap out front for Lima. Another look, Potts.
Well, you can see the wave selection for Silvana, and that allows those big, huge maneuvers. Showing the variety, putting the board in a critical section of the wave. Almost got stuck behind the section there, but somehow got back up onto the open face, hooking into that turn, and again, just showing some pizzazz all the way through the inside. We didn't see the beginning of Bronte's last ride. Here we go. Nice solid wave. See, there you go again. Way more dynamic. And again, under the lips and nice and tight in the pocket. This is a great wave for Bronte Macaulay, starting to find her way back into this heat.
Great finish to round 2, heat number 6. Remember, a round 2 loss is the earliest you get knocked out of a championship tour event. Numbers dropping in for Silvana Lima, a 5.93. She improves. Bronte Macaulay, a 6.4. She improves as well. Bronte would have had the lead on that last score locking in. Silvana saves herself as well by turning in a 5.93 on the buzzer of the last exchange. A seesaw battle to the finish, and Silvana saves herself to surf yet another time later on today in round 3.